Meanwhile, you're always about women's business, always talking about the sisters, always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams, they've got walis, they've got their guardians, and it isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. This is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete. Yeah.
Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Your life. Run up when you see me, no disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, streak. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it that mind quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these hands tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life,
boo.
All righty. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon for the second time today there, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we tried to stream earlier today where we're going to talk about Officer Tatum, but Jubilee and the folks didn't want me to talk about that. So I went over and I found something. Since they don't want me to talk about things that matter, I went on and found something that really didn't matter. But, a little entertainment value right there. You see on the screen, Prince for president. I like to affectionately call him Mudfish because that's what he looks like to me, a damn mudfish, a bottom sucker, one of them things at the bottom of the lake. Mudfish. Y'all, if you live down in the South, and if you have been to some of them what do you call it, them dark water creeks, and you drop your line all the way to the bottom and you pull up this fish, look like a mudfish. So that's what we're going to do for the next about an hour or so. We're going to drop our line to the bottom. Shout out Pop Out TV. You made this possible over there, grabbing a link or two, clipping some stuff up. Appreciate you, good brother. Again, shout out Pop Out TV. Prince. The first time I ran into Prince, he was making some jokes about Angry Man. That was the end of our camaraderie. Once I did a little deeper dive into Prince and found out a little bit about him, I knew then as the same thing I know now, that he will never be nothing. He will always be a bottom of the bowl rust stain for somebody. He will always find fault to why his life is so bad and blame it on somebody else, particularly black women. Maybe it's because Prince, the black women in your life did you wrong. Maybe it's because you can't get the quality black woman that you want. So you will go to the clinic fresh off a shot of Trobison for that STD that you and your potential mate collected. Instead of waiting the allotted time, y'all just go back home, take a whore dip, and get busy. Now, the thing about Prince and a lot of these folks is I don't platform this nigga. But a lot of people do. A lot of people find Prince entertaining. And I'll go back to the show, A Soldier Story, the movie A Soldier Story, when Sergeant Waters asked the question, do you know what damage one ignorant Negro can do? And it's proven every time that Prince gets on a panel, when you try to give him a little bit of rope, that nigga ends up hanging himself. I will use the term nigga quite often when I'm referring to Prince because that's what I see him. There's a big difference between black men. There's a big difference between the Yassa bosses. There's a big difference between Coonan. And there's a whole big difference between niggas who ain't shit. And Prince, you're one of them. For shits and giggles, Prince, if you decide to drop out the clouds, my man, come on through. Grab my link. Ask for my link. I done been on your panel a couple of times. Oblige me. I don't think you'll survive. At least not the verbal beat down I'll put on you. Somebody said, give Prince some grace. You remember that, Brownsville? Remember that? When you guys created the, what do you call that? The Rim Brothers. Well, it looks like, Brownsville, the Rim Brothers lasted longer than you. I don't see you on Sharon's panel anymore. But Prince is still making his rounds. That's the point I'm saying. We pick up something, and if it does not have a whole lot of views, some cash apps, or some 99 cents, or let Prince rock, because hey, we get to turn on the what do you call that? So you can kick people off. We get to turn on the bounties. That's what you're good for, Prince. You're the clown prince. You are the court jester of the YouTube streets. When somebody want to make a quick buck, they use you and your buffoonery. Every time. When somebody wants to make a quick buck to pay a light bill or go on a vacation or just get a couple extra dollars because they need some beer, they'll talk about you or they'll have you on their panel. But I ain't going to monologue too long. I'm going to let y'all see for yourself. This nigga got on a pink bonnet. That's another thing. quick to talk about women. What grown man gets on it, turns on his camera on a live stream with a pink bonnet on his head, and then got the nerve to complain about what black women are doing? What grown man does that? Hey, Sandy. Hey, Tic Tac. How y'all doing? What grown man does that? They didn't want me to talk about real business today, so I'll just talk about this. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back. Maybe they'll let me talk about Officer Tatum, or maybe they'll talk about some more of this shit that's going on here in the United States of America. Maybe we'll talk about Nolan Wells, or maybe we'll talk about, a couple of days ago, I did a stream on BTS and the Grammys, right? Everybody going out of their damn mind, that trying to split hairs of the difference between they didn't submit their music to the Grammys and they're not protesting the Grammys. Well, they're one and the same, but we're not going to cover that now. But I'm going to do a quick short on that, maybe 15, 20 minutes, so you folks will know exactly. Don't shoot the messenger sometime. I think y'all taking what's over there on my shorts wall. I think you folks are taking it just a little bit too seriously. You're knocking it, the purpose of what BTS and so many other artists are trying to do. So without further ado, there, ladies and gentlemen, let's go look at the pink bonnet bandit. As usual, is some woman on a black woman that's up on a live stream. And I got to ask y'all women, why do y'all even get up on the panel when Jay Prince is there? You know you're going to be the object of his destruction. You already know that. It don't take him long to zero in on you. Hit dogs holler. So let's listen to this. And thank you for the jewels there, Sandy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Still popped out TV in 18 years, 20 years. So she couldn't have been taking care of all the bills for at least 10 of them.
And I don't take that type of disrespect, though, Jay Prince. So at the end of the day, on this platform, you call her personally, not generalizing like you call women beasts.
And shout out to the channel owner on this T-Max. See, sometimes that's what you got to do, folks. Don't even don't let them get the disrespect off. As soon as you hear them talking about disrespecting or being disrespectful, whether they're down in your chat room or whether they're on your panel, kick them off. Whoever this lady that he's talking to should not have gone through this, especially when we find out that the lady has Crohn's disease. Now, I don't know if you folks know anything about Crohn's disease, but that ain't nothing to play with, folks. I had one of the DJs that I was affiliated with, rest her soul. You know, she used to describe it to me as a constant sizzling in her head. Couldn't sleep at night. Imagine that. And Jay Prince is about to tell her that that's the reason why her and her husband, why she's acting the way she did towards her husband. Y'all listen to this.
Because they shit up. Come on, Jake. This is like burning my soul. The reason why we having this conversation is because, one, society treat women like babies.
All right. Got you. All right. We'll talk about what you got going on. And you call that woman a bitch to her face on this panel.
Yes.
Okay. So I said you bring me 3 of them.
No, that's not the same.
How is it not the same, Jay Prince? If you can attack somebody, you're fair game. They're fair game. I'm sorry that your children are involved, but watch your mouth. Watch what you say to people. And no one people has no reason to attack you personally or the people around you. You put your children in jeopardy when you say shit like this. There's no degree to a fair fight. You can't slap somebody then tell them how hard to slap you back. Can't do it, sir.
In my
We're gonna be for the farewell tonight. All right, next I got my man JT. What's up?
Shout out to Popo TV in the building. Shout out to Popo TV.
At the Pop Out TV, baby, in the building. Shout out to you. Give me a little Pop Out TV, give me a little Pop Out TV. What kind of now? A little 1, 2 for the Pop Out TV.
Good morning, Pop Out TV. Salute, my guy. All right. God damn it, Pop Out TV. Since you twisted my arm, the word on the street still owe me 99 cents.
Shout out to Pop Out TV. Shout out to Pop Out TV. This is real Pop Out TV right here.
Let's get to the bullshit. Shout out to Pop Out TV, the motherfucking building. The only way to pop out on the bitch is through Pop Out TV.
Keep it up. I see you. I salute you.
Disease, right? When I came to him and I said, hey, I feel like this is a lot. I am feeling resentment because you're able-bodied. I feel like you're comfortable with me just doing this by myself, because there were times where I would have a flare-up, go to the hospital because he don't cook. He'll burn water. And I knew that when I married him, so I can't complain, right? But now we have this new layer of information because I've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, where I would be in the kitchen cooking dinner for all of us still with a hospital band on. So when I set my husband down and I said, hey, this is too much, I'm feeling overwhelmed, and then nothing changes. And we've had that conversation over and over and over again with apologies but no change behavior. People get tired.
And I can quite understand that. If you're having the same conversation over and over and over and over again, that's like running your head into a brick wall thinking it's not going to hurt each time. That's the definition of insanity, to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. That's just bottom line to it. How long should you plead with someone to do better? Whether it's the man or the woman. How long should you stay in a relationship where the other person, where the other partner is not carrying their load? And to add insult to injury, she has a debilitating disease. You heard the lady say, I still got a hospital band on and this nigga don't know how to cook. At least she acknowledged the fact that I knew this before I married him. But that's not good enough for folks like Jay Prince and them. That's your fault. So is it her fault that he didn't change?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that sorry ass story.
But the problem
Hold on. Means, go ahead. Because come on, Jay. Because what I was gonna say is this. There's nothing more
that's sad shit.
No, when we say women have different things going on in their life, let's talk about, like, if a woman have a baby, she get home from having the baby, they say she has postpartum depression. She goes into a deep depression. She can't function like she used to. Her pH balance is off. She's snappy. She has an attitude. Sometimes they even fear the baby being around her having those conditions. One of the things that I don't think has a balance is that if a man is unemployed and he's sitting at home and he knows he can't provide for his family, that puts him in a mental state.
Okay, but that's an easy fix, my man. That's an easy fix. I understand people do fall on hard times. People do lose their jobs. But that is an easy fix. You can't fix Crohn's disease. There's no set of medicine except for something to ease the symptoms of postpartum depression that they could give a woman. Some women have it and some women don't. But to compare an unemployed nigga sitting on a couch to those things is unrealistic to me, and they should be unrealistic to you. So you know what that says to me? Even though some of you men have access to women, some of you men really don't understand women, period.
And you're looking at him like he ain't doing shit, but in his mind, he want to be the shit, and he is not having an opportunity to do the shit. And so what happens, a man goes into his brain and says, fuck, I'm in here, I want to do this woman on my ass every day. She looking at me like I'm not doing shit, but I don't want to be up in this bitch every day. And one of the things that come to mind, and I'm a movie guy.
Well, you better do some shit like Jody from Baby Boy then. Act like you're doing something. Y'all like to fake it till you make it on the YouTube streets, so fake it till you make it out there in the real streets. Act like you're going to find a job. Who knows? On your way to the acting classes of sitting around doing nothing, you might actually run into a job. But I don't, again, is it a mental health crisis because someone lost their job? I don't see how you can compare the two. Yeah, it's a temporary setback. And yes, some people do crash out from it. But again, to compare this to actual health crisis is the idea and the reasons that you try to give behind it is absolutely crazy to me. And these are grown men. These are men over the age of 30. These are grown men from, look, like I'm venturing to say over the age of 40 and 45. And y'all still haven't gotten it yet.
I got, so forgive me. When you watch Fences, remember when Denzel told Viola, he said, when I'm over at the other chick house, I can laugh, I can smile.
So again, I guess going over and getting some extra coochie is going to help your mental stability. So cheating, instead of going out and finding a job, going laid up with another woman that'll allow you to lay up without a job, that's the answer that you folks come up with. I feel better about myself if a woman other than my wife lets me lay up with her. Fuck want to go get a job. Fuck trying to do better. Let me just go and try and fuck. That'll do.
I can sit at the table and feel like I'm worse than a man he felt emasculated in his own house. Most men have to, if we can give women grace for all the things that they experience, postpartum depression and stress and all this other stuff they deal with their bodies, we must do the same thing for men. Men also get depressed. Men also have mental illness.
Of course, but we're not talking about those men. You clearly heard this lady say he is able-bodied. There's nothing wrong with him. Y'all act like y'all did not hear that. Let's skip right over that part of it so we can get to the, as Big J would say, SBE, shame, blame, and explain. But she clearly said that the man was able-bodied, and she had conversation after conversation after conversation with him about doing better. This is not about somebody or the mental health crisis. This is not about somebody who just temporarily lost a job. This is about a freeloader laying around for months doing nothing. That's what this is about. And that's why JP is so triggered. Hit dogs holler, because he's heard what this lady has said before. Maybe not from her, but probably from one of them baby mamas he got.
Men also go through mental trauma, and we got to stop saying men are fucking robots, because men have feelings too. And when a man, I'm telling you, I know dudes have lost their, been working on a job for 15 years, and they got laid off, and they sit at the house and they wife complaining because they've been unemployed for 30 days, and the nigga been working there for 15 years.
Well, I think that's a little bit, that scenario that you put out is a little bit crazy. I think if you you say you've been working for 15 years, so that means you've been in this marriage for 15 years. So I don't think any woman in her right mind knows that her husband that's been working for 15 years, wake up one morning, goes to work and gets a pink slip. I don't think she's going to put a time limit on him finding a job. But again, if he's been stable for 15 years in a job, it won't be hard for him to find another, because that man is going to get up and find something. He's not going to lay around and wallow around in self-pity saying, baby, I got laid off, because it's never going to get to that point to where she's going to have to look at him in a different way. If he's been working for 15 years, I don't know no man that's been getting up every day for 15 years straight, damn near at the same time, going to the same job, can sit back and relax and say, fuck it, I can't do better no more. So again, we're not talking about the man that just lost his job and can't find a job in 30 days. We're not talking about the man that has some mental issues. We're not talking about the man that was recently injured or recovering from an injury. We're not talking about that man. We're talking about the pink bonnet men like Jay Prince, Yassa Boston loose ass niggas, shade tree niggas. That's who we're talking about. And that's why y'all so triggered, because we're talking about you.
She there to finish him off.
You know, easy. Then he gonna get some more pussy. You mad because that other woman gonna say, "Baby, don't worry about it. Come here, I got you."
And she just as dumb. She just as dumb as you are. And that's why I say you're right, Sandy. No integrity at all. And that's why I say there's a difference between WOMEN and WIMMENZ, because a woman is not going to allow that, because you having a bad time at your home with your wife and she getting on your ass and not being for being unemployed when ain't nothing wrong with you. Don't think you're going to lay up here. Fellas, I can tell you, pussy don't solve everything. Sure don't. Pussy don't make you a better man. Might make you feel good, but it don't make you better. It might make you want to get out and do something to get it, but it don't make you a better man. Especially if you're married and finding comfort in somebody else because your wife is pissed at you for not getting up and do what you do as you call yourself, the protector and the provider. What you protecting? The refrigerator? What you providing?
As soon as she embraced him, he.
Can I say this, Beans? This like I'm not being you. This is like burning my soul. The reason why we having this conversation is because, one, society treat women like babies. Grown ass women like babies. Hold on. They treat them like babies. So the reason why they don't see what they do is wrong, because they've never been held accountable for shit they have done.
Well, see, this is the point of listening to stupid ass niggas like Jay Prince. We can go throughout society, whether it be black or white society, whether it be the communitage y'all want to say, or any place else. You always find women accountable for their actions. Now, because you like to dwell in the bottom of the bowl, rust-stained women, type women, they're Jay Prince. Of course, there's no accountability there. They're just looking for the next. They're just looking for the next big thing. They're just looking for the next guy that got more money than you. They're looking for the next guy who can help them in the next scam.
Nothing. They have not been held accountable for jack shit. No matter if they beat the kids up, they still got custody of the kids. No matter if they cheat on their husband, she cheated on you, it's the reason why you made her cheat. So the whole society have babies and all this other stuff. The world got to pay for the babies but her. She get taken care of. So,
well, how does a woman have a baby, Jay Prince? I know, again, I'm not religious, but I do believe that there's a higher power. So check this out. I think there's only such thing. There's only been one time that I know of immaculate conception, Jay Prince. What's up there, Coach Ferg? How you doing? I've seen you on a few other panels there. I enjoy some of your commentary there, brother. Of course, as men, we don't agree on everything, but I got to tell you, sometimes you are definitely point on with some of your commentaries. So shout out to you.
Nobody never held women accountable for shit they have done. Nobody. Not the government and not the men of her family. Women couldn't do shit wrong. So when you got a man that's calling and saying out, pointing out what she doing is wrong, she looking at you like that's hate speech. What you mean when I'm doing wrong? What you mean? Because everybody baby women, right?
Who does that? Who babies women? That's an oxymoron, to baby a woman. You might have I don't even know what Jay Prince is trying to describe here, to be quite honest with you, because he act like women don't get arrested. He act like women don't be a lot of things bad that don't happen to women. He act like that women are not accountable for anything. Well, we know that's virtually impossible. Maybe in your neck of the woods, Jay Prince, under that shade tree that you be trying to find, those welfare queens that y'all sit around stream after stream talking about, you live amongst them. You are part of them. That's why they're so prevalent in your life. That's what you shop for. You don't go to Macy's and shop. You go to the Goodwill. You don't go to the high-end department store. You go to Goodwill. I've seen you in the food line with 3 children. Proud of it. I've heard you talking about my Uncle Sam gonna make sure I'm well taken care of. I'm gonna get this much, I'm gonna get this much. And I saw the look on your face when you found out that your leader, the orange guy, said, nope, nigga, I ain't giving you nothing. We're cutting all of that. You got to get out and get a job. I seen you be late to McDonald's, Whack-Donald's. 40-something-year-old man can't be on time to a job at McDonald's. A 40-year-old man, instead of finding something to do with his hand, that's been chasing a hot dog cart for how many years now, Jay Prince? Who the fuck would buy or eat something from you if they go back and see that video of you getting your crusted, dusty ass up out of that whirlpool bath, so made it look like that's why I started calling you mudfish. When you got out the water, it looked like you just came up from the bottom of the ocean. And you got the nerve to sit on here and criticize women's. Every one of them. Every one of them, Coach Ferg. That's all he talks about. Every time he talks about his family, I'm not going to talk about your family, Jay Prince. You do. But every time you describe somebody from your family, whether it's your dearly departed mother or father, there's always some fuckery behind it, in front of it and behind it. I heard you telling the story the other day how your daddy almost killed your mama. You talking about unresolved trauma, Jay Prince. You do. You need to might lay yourself out on the couch, but I know. Since they demonetized your channel, you can't raise enough super chart for that. You got to get them Newport cigarettes in that 40 first, or get you that bag of weed. I'm gonna give you some advice, Jay Prince, some working advice. I can tell you, if you get you a lawnmower, if you get you a weed eater, if you get you a blower. And during the wintertime, since there's a lot of snow up in your area, if you get you a snow blower, you can work for yourself. Ain't that right, ABT? You can be a self-made man and get out and hustle. You can't get fired. Nobody will set your working hours. I don't know too much about Chicago, but I know the area that you live in and around the area that you live in, that Jay Prince, most of the yards are pretty small, and it's not that scorching weather that we have out here in South Carolina. And I think I'm a little older than you, so I know if I can get out there and do a little landscaping. I've been doing it since 2005, Jay Prince. I ain't got to go to Whack-Donald's. I ain't got to go wipe another grown man's ass. I don't have to talk about I'm a CPA. No disrespect for those in that line of work, but I'm talking about Jay Prince. Because as a grown man, the ambition of my life is not to wipe somebody else's ass. What kind of legacy is that for your children? What your daddy used to do, little girl? My daddy used to wipe other folks' asses in between YouTube streams. Talk about black women's. Talk about my granny. Talk about my uncles. Talk about my granddaddy. With white shit around his mouth.
So a lot of times when we having this conversation, when Ashley was sitting up there talking, it was more of making excuses of, first he's trying to frame it when a woman had to take care of all this responsibilities financially on her own, it make you try to make an excuse, try to diminish it a little bit and water it down like she wasn't a fucked up bitch. It's a reason why. I had Google. What is the reason why men put his hands on women? They didn't have no reason. I Googled what is the reason why women put their hands on men. They had a whole list of reasons on why it's fucked up. Why why men want to push a woman to hit a man, but on the vice versa, it wasn't no reason. They say he was controlling. So when you got a woman that you know went through all of this shit with, right? Because clearly he been taking care of the house. She said she been with that man 18 years, 20 years. So she couldn't have been taking care of all the bills for at least 10 of them, right? She couldn't have. It probably was like a year, and he probably been taking care of the majority of the time. She come up here and try to make herself out to be a victim, then throw that Crohn's disease in the shit so we can feel sorry for the motherfucker, and so we can attack him. What I would do, and I would suggest all men to do, don't listen to these motherfuckers. Talk to that man. Let's hear what her man got to say. Because she gonna come up here and lie. She gonna come up here and want us to baby her. She gonna come up here and play victim. You ain't no motherfucking victim. You a sorry ass bitch.
Now,
and you got what you deserve.
I got to ask you, Jay Prince, why are you so upset at somebody else's experiences in life? I can only say one thing about that, Jay Prince. Hit dogs holler. You thought she was talking about you, like Anton Daniels the other day. When listen, I'm not a Fatty fan, but I'll give credit where credit's due. The other day he said something to Anton Daniels that just rocked this damn world. They were talking about money. They was talking about how women choose men, and he told Anton, since you're 5'7", the only way women choose you is because you sit on your money. And Anton couldn't take that. And that's the same thing with you, Jay Prince. This woman was talking about a sorry-ass nigga laying around the house doing nothing, and you got upset about it because you thought she was talking about you. You couldn't distinguish that woman didn't know you because you've heard it so much in your life. What's up there, L Boogie? How you doing? Yeah, I tried to talk about happy Monday to you. I tried to talk a little bit about Brandon Tatum using Jubilee, but they shut me down, L Boogie. They wouldn't let me do it, ABT. I guess it wasn't like Sharon. I didn't throw them 99 cents. I didn't hit the super chat. I didn't cash app them. Or maybe Brandon Tatum to convince them to say, hey, anybody reviews this because I know they're going to hand me my ass. You got to shut that down. I'm thinking the latter of the two because those young people wore his ass out. If you don't believe me, go look at Brandon Tatum, against those 20, as they call them, liberal young people. I was about to mention that too. Isn't it amazing how sometimes how you talk about something that L Boogie and it shows up to cement what you're talking about. I didn't go too deep into what the Norman Lear effect, but you've got a taste of what the Norman Lear effect is. So that's why I was going back and saying it wasn't so much the actors, but it was the writing behind it. It was the idea of we had these Jewish men and these white writers telling the whole of America, this is what really happens in black neighborhoods. And you heard one of the biggest things that they didn't want Good Times as a sitcom to have a black daddy. And if it had not been for Esther Rolle, we would have never known James Evans. They was ready to write the daddy out the script immediately. So again, folks, sometimes when if things just show up like L Boogie, that the clip that you showed up in the other day just shows up, that just solidifies the point that sometimes, experience is the best teacher. Sometimes you got to go back and look at the past and reevaluate. What was Good Times really all about? And now you have, because of the internet, now you get these little nuggets because these people are gone now and they feel it's all right to talk bad about them or to go and do these little hidden gems about what really happened to Good Times or what happened to who or why it happened. You know, for the longest time, we thought just James was just had a streak of bad luck, especially after he went and got him a good job. And when he finally got a good job, he died. But back to Jay Prince. I don't think he's ever had a good job. Jay Prince is the consummate ghetto rat. That's where he'll always be, folks. Jay Prince is the underbelly of our community, as we call it. Huh? That's who Jay Prince is. That's who Fatty is. And to be quite honest with you, I don't see, and I'll say it, I don't mind. I don't mind saying it. I don't think Fatty likes women at all. You too comfortable around Fatty. You too comfortable around you and Jay Prince. Both of y'all too comfortable around being around other men with no shirts on. I can understand if we're playing basketball. I can understand if we're swimming. I can understand if you're out cutting up grass outside and some bees sting you and you got to unload your clothes to get them off you. But y'all niggas be sitting around in late night panels. They ought to be damn near pillow talking. No, I didn't see him on Tasha K today, the ABT. I don't know why Tasha K keep letting Jay Prince on that on her platform, but I know he's been on there at least 4 or 5 times. And that's another thing. For a dating show, right, Coach, for swimming for me, I'm not comfortable sitting around another man with no shirt on. That ain't right. I don't even do that around my own family. You put a shirt on right quick, like that ain't right. But again, back to Tasha K and a lot of these other women. No disrespect. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their panel, who to let on their panel. But y'all know what Jay Prince comes up there for. And him talking about as much as he hate black women, who does Tasha K put in front of us? In front of them. He talk about he hate black women, but we see him on a Pop the Balloon episode with nothing but black women as the prize. But he hates black women with a passion. No, he hates the black women that are better than him. He hates the black women that he can't get access to. That's why he hates y'all so much. He don't have access to you. You notice, as long as, ladies, for those of y'all who run into Jay Prince, if you notice, as long as you're nice to him, he ain't got a bad word for you. He'll try and hit on you. And as soon as you rebuff Jay Prince, what's the first word out of his mouth? Oh, you ain't shit. You just another bitch. Is you cool? And then he tried to impress y'all. I got me a food truck. Nigga, you ain't got no food truck. You've been working on that disaster for years. For years. Hey there, Brownie Ellie. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in.
All right. Gotcha. All right. Hey, BMU, if you don't mind, I just want to say, Ashley, I appreciate your candor. I know I thanked you last week, and I'm thanking you again this week. And I said it last week, so it ain't like I'm just kissing your ass. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that when I pointed out, you know what.
And there's another nigga on the screen right there, Beans. Why do y'all platform this nigga? Did y'all forget about what Beans said a couple months ago? Did y'all forget about the streams that 11 of us did about what he was talking about and what he was okay with? Did y'all forget that quick? I don't want to mention her name, but there's a young lady right now that started out just want to be a content creator, but she got some dumb nigga stalking her. Hundreds of messages to her. But somebody says that's okay. You hear people on the internet streets, YouTube black streets saying that's okay. No, it's not okay. When is it not going to be all right? When some harm comes to her? Is that what she's supposed to sit around and wait for? For those of you in the know, y'all know who I'm talking about. Why would you platform that guy? He don't need an audience. You don't need to, there's no explanation that you can give anybody about texting someone that much. Do your homework. Do your homework. Right, L Boogie. The views can't be that bad that you got to use J Prince to boost your platform. Sorry, Sharon, but PhD ain't coming back. You got to find another angle, brother. You got to find another angle, brother. What's up there, Bomb Cherry? How you doing? How you doing? What's up there, Mr. Mark? How you living, good brother? Simplified there, Devil Dog. Hoorah, hoorah. But Jay Prince, this is about you, brother. They took your channel, but you still need to find some way to be the topic of discussion because you think you're important, because people like to be entertained. You're a court jester. You're nobody. You're nothing. People use you like toilet paper. Wipe their ass with you and flush it.
What you were saying in the way you were saying it, and I'd say, hey, but what about before he cheated? And you took the time to acknowledge what you did before he cheated, like you said, because the men always say women don't want to hold themselves accountable. So you at least trying to do that. You are trying to be the opposite of what you hear men complaining about. So I just appreciate that, because there's only like 4 of y'all on planet Earth. So thank you.
I don't think that these women are trying.
No, ma'am, don't think that, nigga. Backhanded compliment. That was not a thing. That was not to be thankful for. Basically, he was saying that you're the only one that will bow down to these niggas. You admit your faults. You admitted the fact that you fucked up your marriage. So I appreciate that. That's a backhanded compliment, lady. Now, again, the whole what seemed to spark this conversation is because she had a ain't shit nigga laying around her house, not doing nothing. Don't want to do nothing. Don't want to do better. And the way out for him was to go and get some cooch somewhere else because the other lady gave him comfort during his time of need while he was unemployed. Instead of you spending that 15 minutes trying to get that nut, you should have just went on to the unemployment office and spent that 15 minutes there. I don't know. Y'all got time to sit on the internet streets and the YouTube platforms for 10, 12, 11 hours. I can understand someone like Nightish doing it because Nightish, you know, he's an elderly gentleman. He got time on his hands. I can understand some of the stay-at-home mothers doing it because they got time on their hands. I can understand folks that work at night ends up doing the daytime being on the live stream from stream to stream because they got time on their hands. I can understand people who work for themselves that's on the streams or work from home and listen to the streams. They got time on their hands, but there's no reason for you loose niggas to be on a platform 9, 10 hours a day complaining about no jobs, thinking that your 15 minutes of YouTube fame is going to get you, hoping when you click on the live button that some money going to fall out the sky. You're going to shake the YouTube money tree and some cash apps and super chats going to fall out. Oh, Mr. Music, you don't call out the women. And that ain't my job. Let the women do that. That ain't for me. Let the women call out the other women. That ain't for me. And then I'm gonna go back a little bit because I want y'all to hear this loose nigga one more time. Listen to this. The amount of vitriol that he has for somebody that he don't know. Listen.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, being me of you, man, I just want to say, Ashley, I appreciate your candor. I know I thanked you last week, and I'm thanking you again this week.
It's a reason why. It's a reason why conversation when Ashley was sitting up there talking, it was more of making excuses of first he trying to frame it when a woman had to take care of all this responsibility. responsibilities financially on her own, it make you try to make an excuse, try to diminish it a little bit and water it down like she wasn't a fucked up bitch. It's a reason why. It's the reason why I had Google. What is the reason why men put his hands on women? They didn't have no reason. I Googled what is the reason why women put their hands on men. They had a whole list of reasons on why it's fucked up. Why a woman can.
Well, let me answer that for you, Jay Prince. Since Google couldn't answer that, what the reason why a man put his hands on a woman? Because he has no self-control, he has no morals, he has no values. He's not able to control his impulses. He can't walk away when the fire gets hot in the kitchen. He thinks the only way that he can resolve anything is through his fists, because he knows in the arena of articulation, he can't beat the woman. So that's what he do. He'll beat her physically instead. You didn't need Google for that. All you had to do was ask a grown man. But you don't have a whole lot of them around you. You got niggas around you that give you excuses. Well, she said something foul to me. Oh, I caught her cheating. I don't care if you catch her butt naked in the middle of a downstroke. Walk away. Walk away. She ain't for you. Now you got proof of it. Just walk away. Find you another one. Just like the bus stop. Stand there long enough, another one will come along. Guaranteed. But y'all know what some of y'all niggas will do.
Why men can push a woman to hit a man, but on the vice versa, it wasn't no reason. They say he was controlling. So when you got a woman that you know went through all of this shit with, right? Because clearly he been taking care of the house. She said she been with that man 18 years, 20 years. So she couldn't have been taking care of all the bills.
See, again, that's how a nigga don't listen. She said he was working and she was working, and now she has to take care of everything by herself. Y'all niggas don't listen. Y'all just wait for a break in the action so you can try and prove somebody wrong. So you can tell this woman how much of an ain't shit woman she is, instead of listening to actually what she said. Clearly, at some point in time, the man was working. Clearly, he decided that the best thing for him to do was to rely on the paycheck that his woman was getting, even though after a while, health issues. But that didn't make a difference to him, Jay Prince, or the rest of you loose niggas on that panel. I don't care how sick you are. Bitch, fix me a sandwich. I ain't done nothing all day. Or you wait to see what kind of grocery bag she brings in the house, and you ain't stop and bring me nothing. Or you might see an empty burger wrapper in the car when you go in there and mad at her for the rest of the night. Oh, you had a want a burger and didn't bring me none? You had onion rings with that too? You know I was here hungry. Nigga, get off your ass. Go kill a squirrel and eat that. Go plant a garden. It's the season. Tomatoes. All kinds of vegetables that you could plant.
For at least 10 of them, right? She couldn't have. It probably was like a year, and he probably been taking care of the majority of the time. She come up here and try to make herself out to be a victim, then throw that Crohn's disease in the shit so we can feel sorry for the motherfucker and so we can attack him.
Well, again, Jay Prince, if you had an ounce of education about you, all you had to do was type in Crohn's disease and see how it affects somebody's life. You would know that's not an excuse. That's somebody's reality. But you don't know no better, mudfish. You get a line, I get a pole, honey. We going down that crawdad hole and catch JP. That's all you need is a cane pole. Y'all, for those of y'all from the South, y'all know what I'm talking about. A cane pole or a brim buster, and you can catch a bucket full of JPs. But you got to cook them real good now. You got to clean them real good because they taste like dirt. How do I know? I'm from the country. You got to, am I wrong there, Mark? You got to cook them a good long time. Ain't that right, Bomb Cherry? You got to cook them a good long time, or they taste like dirt. Meat is nice and white, but it tastes like dirt.
What I would do, and I would suggest all men to do, don't listen to these motherfuckers. Talk to that man. Let's talk. Let's hear what her man got to say. Because she going to come up here and lie. She going to come up here and want us to baby her. She going to come up here and play victim. You ain't no motherfucking victim. You a sorry ass bitch. And you got what you deserve.
All right.
And you was up.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, BMU, if you don't mind, I just want to say, Ashley, I appreciate your candor. I know I thanked you last week, and I'm thanking you again this week. And I said it last week, so it ain't like I'm just kissing your ass. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that when I pointed out, you know, what you were saying in the way you were saying it, and I said, hey, but what about before he cheated? And you took the time to acknowledge what you did before he cheated, like you said, because the men always say women don't want to hold themselves accountable. So you at least trying to do that. You are trying.
You niggas ain't shit.
Complaining about. So I just appreciate that, because there's only like 4 of y'all on planet Earth. So thank you.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, 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 no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, 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 no. Hell to the no, 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 no. Hell no, 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 to the no, no, to the no, 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 no. Hell.
Fucked her mouth before she even got with.
Hell no. When you see an old dude stepping out like that, he mean every word of that song. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Y'all sing it with me. Y'all know the lyrics. Come on, Jay Prince. That's what somebody should be telling you every time you hit that link. Hell no. Because a nigga, I know what you're about. Mudfish. They should put a no fishing sign out on the dirt road before they get to the pond that they're catching you out of. Mudfish. Soaking him in milk won't even help. I'm sorry. Not even that. Don't eat that fish. Don't go to the pond where the fish look like Jay Prince. That's all I can say about that, folks. I'm not going to stay on here very much longer because there's not too much I can really say about Jay Prince other than, damn, nigga. Is you ever going to get it right? Can't get right. Can't get right. And to be quite honest with you, I feel for your children. I hope that time passes by quickly to where they can get on up out of here. To get up away from you and start their life all over. You're a poor excuse of a man, of a father, of a friend, of an acquaintance. Nothing about you has any redeeming qualities. Say what you want to, but prove me wrong. I notice you're quick to hit everybody else's link, but you never come up here and talk to me. I ain't nice like boss. I'll slap the black off you. I'll ungap them toothios. Because I'm loaded, JP, with verbal rap ability. I'll wrap your ass in a cocoon and send you on up out of here. Hey there, Angelica. How you doing? How you doing? I'll tell you what. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up for a second and holler. If not, I'll give it a few minutes. Anybody wants to come up and holler with me or holler at me or mad at me for talking shit about Jay Prince. You know, there's always one in the crowd. You should give Jay Prince the benefit of the doubt. Well, Jay Prince, just like you gave that lady no sympathy, I'll tell you. Sympathy is in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. Which one you want? As an old military saying that the best part of you was the brown stain on your mama's mattress. Your daddy should have swallowed you. Your mama should have dropped you off at your daddy should have dropped you off at the pool, the lake, the toilet, something. That's just bottom line to it. I'll give it a few more minutes to see if anyone wants to come up. Other than that, folks, what's today? Monday night. I got to do a little urban influences, the #1 spot for breaking brand new independent artists. I got a special guest coming up the second Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I got something I think you folks will enjoy. Got another folk that's going to come up and help me with my YouTube channel. Going to liven it up around here a little bit. You'll see what I'm saying. Just keep posted on the YouTube community tab there. You'll see what I'm talking about. Going to do some radio as well as some YouTube streams here. So looking forward to DJ Mellow Yellow coming on to the Classic R&B Jams stages here. Help me up with this YouTube stuff as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see nobody coming up. Jay Prince, take the hook out your mouth. Wash your ass. Wash. Those are the last 4 words, the 4 letters I'm going to say to you. Wash. W-A-S-H. Wash your ass. And for the chicks that lay up with you, you don't want much, do you? If Jay Prince can get you, you ain't a prize for nobody. Sorry. If Jay Prince can get you, I certainly don't want you. And you know who I'm talking to. Better be glad I don't do like Jay Prince and just get up there and talk shit on women. Or I'd let you have it. Anyway, y'all have a good day.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,